Hey, it's November 8th, Monday. Excuse me. Not much to say. Last week I talked about the Day of the Dead and the celebration of it, and how it's still pretty cool right now because it's not commercialized yet. I still stand by that. It's a really good thing to have around and enjoy. A lot of garbage that's going to be coming out. Excuse me. A lot of garbage that's going to be coming out. We got the Biden thing where part of the infrastructure bill has passed. $1 trillion out of a total of $3 trillion that was supposed to have passed is up in effect right now, and the rest is pretty much we're pretty much unsure as to how everything's going to turn out. I'm hoping that they could still find a way to work it out to where the rest of it works, despite the fact that a lot of it doesn't have anything even to do with me, like childcare and all this other stuff. You know, I don't have any kids, so I don't know what that's about. I just know that it would be a good relief for them, and to have it secured at a national level would be, you know, pretty good. Now, speaking of at a national level, there's a Big Bird vaccination announcement where Big Bird speaks in California. I forgot what city, but he's doing a promotion. Okay, hold on. He's an announcement that has been regulated against how to get the cause of stir online. Oh yeah, Big Bird was used for a promotion for the vaccine, and everybody's getting all up in arms about it. Everybody that panics. This is one of the most idiotic things. Sesame Street, along with many other child iconic figures, has always been talking about safety and how good it is. The vaccine shot, flu shot, Sesame Street has covered that. And it's so much, it isn't about opposers and blowing off opposers. It's about what happens when you go through with the shot. Big Bird has already had that. I remember as far back as the early 80s where he had to get a shot because he was sick. You know, this kind of stuff is just idiotic to be lashing out at Sesame Street with their you know, how to get a shot segment just because it's the vaccine, you know. Okay, on sports. Now, I know a lot of people that listen to Common Sense, Common Grounds. A lot of people don't listen to sports. Unfortunately, I have to mention it because I'm a Texan, so I like my Texans and I like my Dallas Cowboys. Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys. Now, Houston Texans, they're still trying to find their way. But the Cowboys, after going, oh gosh, 6-1 or something like that, you know, they had a second loss yesterday on Sunday afternoon, and all the media is covering it. You know, Sports Illustrated, stuff like that, the big league. You know, all the media is covering it, and they're talking about how great the Broncos are, and they're all, what happened to the Cowboys? And all this other crap. When under normal circumstances, when the Cowboys win, nothing is really covered up. They want to talk about the opposing and their valiant effort in losing to the Cowboys. You know, there's no reviews, there's no great plays reviewed on the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody just hates the Cowboys and all this stuff. So as long as I've got this show, I'm going to be sticking up for them. Plain and simple. What we got is just this most idiotic thing going on. I'd like to state with the obvious. all the announcers are saying it's amazing how the Cowboys lost, you know, with this great reputation of being Super Bowl material. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Not after this loss. Okay, that quote right there, okay, is total BS. The Cowboys did not promote themselves as Super Bowl material this year any more than they did last year or the previous year. This was all the announcers that did this. The announcers to try to hype up this game and stuff. Try to hype up the game and all this other crap. And then to top it all off, it's just recent where they started saying this crap. Nobody's really said the Cowboys were Super Bowl material at all. They're too busy looking at who was that? The ones that are 7-2 right now, you know, or 8-2 by this week. You know, everybody's looking at them. Everybody's looking at the Cardinals. Everybody's looking at Tampa Bay. Everybody's looking at the Saints. Everybody's looking at, you know, Steelers. You know, but nobody was looking at nobody looks at the Cowboys as Super Bowl material ever. And the reason why everybody hates the Cowboys, the reason why everybody hates my Cowboys, is because of the simple fact that they're always pulling some kind of upset the way they did the previous 6 games before this one. You know, 6 games in a row. Everybody thought that the Cowboys was going to lose. 6 games in a row, the Cowboys won. Cowboys take a bye week. Prescott takes a time off week before. He comes back. He's rusty. Everybody's a little bit out of whack. And they lose the game. And all of a sudden, well, what happened to Cowboys? They were Super Bowl material. There was this and all this other crap. And let's look at how the Broncos won. Let's look at how the opposition, I should say, the opposing team did this spectacular whatever triumph. You know, it's amazing. It's fantastic. Always, ever since I was a little kid, they've always done this crap. So that's my spiel. I'm gonna stop crying now. I'm gonna stop crying. Yeah, so big thing that everybody's looking at right now, the energy. Here in Texas, earlier this year in February, at the end of the winter, we had snow. The snow jacked up our electrical grid and our electrical power. We went out of power for about 4 days, and it killed a couple of people, put a couple of hazards to others, and now everybody's looking at energy predictions. They're thinking it's going to be just as bad, if not worse, this coming winter. And complaints about rising heat costs have already started. Nothing's being modulated for our homes and houses right now, which, you know, in my eyes, this is nothing new. It's always been about the money. Belief is the tool, okay? So if you're out there noticing how the costs are high, and you get some energy representative saying, well, it's all unpredictable, you believe it, they get away with it, okay? It's all about the money. Belief is the tool. And this is gonna be pretty ugly, you know? Now, I survived for a little bit, me being a rideshare driver, you know, up until the gas tanks froze to where I couldn't get gas out of any gas station. Their electrical grid went down, and because of the freeze, we couldn't. Their machines couldn't pump gas, and below freezing temperatures, I mean, it just wouldn't come out of the pumps solid enough. It'd come out pretty contaminated, and that would be a huge problem. So I had about 2 days at most to drive throughout the 4-day time period of the snow, when we had snow. And I could only drive to a hospital or a police station or a fire station I can only drive to one of those 3 areas because, well, those are the that's where a lot of the emergency responses are taking care of and medical problems. So the power was to never drop around there. So as soon as I could, I'd head over there, get a request, go out to where the request was. Even if I lost power, it's fine, because once I'd log in, picked up the person, took the person over to the area where they needed to go, closed it, went right back to the closest hospital or police area or fire station, the signal would come back, because those are where the antennas still had power in that particular grid section. And that's how I would get the ride registered, and then I'd be available for the next one. And man, they were coming. They were coming. I would get, for those who know San Antonio, I would get a request all the way down to Lackland Air Force Base, and the ride would be, you know, to Schertz, which is a county outside of San Antonio. For those who don't know San Antonio, Lackland is sort of southwest. It's on the west side of San Antonio, and Schertz would be in the northeast. So, yeah, it was a crazy time, and I expect it to be just as crazy. But I'm hoping that we make a far better recovery than we did in February of this year, come this winter. So we got high rising prices. We got no sign of anybody doing anything to winterize our power lines. And the prediction is that it's going to be just as trying, and probably a little more ugly, because I'm halfway tempted at, you know, throwing a rock at the electrical place. You know, just busting up a window just out of anger, you know, just out of the frustrations, you know. And I was actually still earning a living, you know, but it was still angering even me. So yeah, so that's the electrical power grid right now. Just a couple of warning signs. Here's another one, a prediction that I made. Okay, this is brought to me by Cineblend. Former Mandalorian star Gina Carano responds after Giancarlo Esposito praised her as a co-star. Now, I didn't even bother reading the article, because as I've stated in one of the earlier, I think it was in February or March, where Gina Carano went along with the rhetoric saying that you got to wear masks because the government is trying to scare you into thinking you're unsafe without their help. You got to take the vax, you know, and all this other crap. She said that, and that got her into a storm heap of trouble. Disney fired her from starring in The Mandalorian, and even I stopped watching The Mandalorian. I didn't give a rat's ass about the show anymore. A good actor named Giancarlo Esposito praised her for her standing to her beliefs, you know. And even though I don't know exactly what he said, I'm pretty sure it falls along the lines to where, you know, her reputation was, somebody made an attempt at her destroying her reputation and her career and blah, 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 and all this other crap. But if you've been following my show, where I mentioned her in one episode, nothing bad was going to happen to her. To this day, it's been over half a year now, and still nothing bad has happened to her. You know, it's no different than when Chuck Norris, martial arts legend, started spitting on our school system. Americans spat on the American school system for letting students be gay, for letting homosexual students be themselves. You know, he spat with this homophobic slander. Today's schools are too gay. Okay? And he's still the martial arts legend. Everybody's threw that off to one side. Everybody's excused. Nobody's made excuses for him, but you could tell as sure as he's still doing those exercise machine promotionals and stuff. You know, he's still making money. He's still banking. Nothing bad was going to happen to him. There are people called his people that will back him up. Now, push that past to one side to the current 2021. Change it to this mega martial arts, mixed martial arts superstar actress, now turned actress, Gina Carano. Broke my heart because she's a fellow Texan. You know, ranting a bunch of rhetoric bullshit, and losing her job with Disney. And for some oddball reason, everybody thinking that she's, you know, her career's destroyed and she has no future and blah, blah, blah. She doesn't even have a future playing in the future. Or a long, long, long time ago in a galaxy, which technically the politically correct term is long ago in a galaxy far, far away. But that's beside the point. Nothing bad has happened to her. Nobody's threatened her. Nobody's shot at her house. Nobody's egged her house or you know, crapped on her car or any kind of crap like that. You know, nobody's done nothing to her. She's been banking off of this whole "I'm a victim. I'm a victim." You know, I don't have any rights. I don't have a voice. You know, nothing bad has happened to her. So, that was the prediction that I made earlier this year, and to this day, you know, I stand correct. And I don't even read the article. I don't need to. I don't need to. You know. Something historical. Black Civil War veterans built vibrant Iowa communities. This is another fact that took place in a state where, you know, Black Civil War veterans had actually made establishments and stuff. And obviously it's gone unattended until today's times. And, you know, I think we should do that. I think we should do that for all races. You know? But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, something else that happened here in Texas. Who the hell is Travis Scott? I mean, I don't get it. He sounds like just a normal everyday rapper, hip-hop artist. That's all I'm listening to these days. People were going out of control because of some guy that sing like this, like every other guy. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And it makes me wonder, you know, what about the rock world? Because in rock, this kind of mesh up thing wouldn't be a problem, you know. Where are rockers now? I mean, you got people that want to squish and slam and you know, do the human wall and all this other crap. Where do they go? You know, it just doesn't make any sense that it would be at a Travis Scott concert, a hip hop rapper guy thing. It doesn't make any sense. What's sad about this is that a total of 8 people actually died, including teenagers as young as 14. People, that's horrible. You know, you can't do that. You want to do this kind of crap? I mean, go to a metal concert, dude. There's so many of them. But, you know, that's just my thing here, you know. The job reports shows an increase Okay, and I think that's fantastic, despite the fact that a lot of people are saying we're understaffed and nobody wants to work and all this garbage. Well, with everybody, with the jobs increase, hiring up, 530,000 jobs. Well, that says that there's quite a people that will still go to work, despite the fact that you won't pay them for their work. It's one of the reasons why I just stay a rideshare driver. I'm thinking about maybe doing a delivery package, make some room for others, that want to do their own job. Because I mean, this is just really dumb. It's really dumb. It's statistically proven. You raise the unemployment, and keep the taxes low or just at a standstill, In this case, with the Biden administration, tax the wealthy. I mean, come on. Tax the wealthy, with people, and wealthy being anybody making $400,000 a year or more. That I don't know anybody that makes that kind of money. But apparently there's enough to where it supports 46% of America, of American wealth, of American economics. And that's some serious money. I've stated that before. I'll say it again. That's some serious money. And it should go into effect. Right now, the infrastructure bill has passed, which is good. We do need that tax plan badly. And obviously the free spending infrastructure. Again, despite the fact that we all know what my worthless governor is going to do with it. He's going to sue for $2 billion for the wall. That's all he's thinking about. He's not thinking about our roads. He's not thinking about our lines. He's certainly not thinking about the electrical grid. The only thing he did was go, "How dare you, assholes!" He shamed everybody of the electric and energy department of the Texas Energy, and he just carried on. He moved on. He doesn't give a rat's ass. So obviously, even with the free spending, the federal spending, $550 billion. We know $2 billion isn't going to be too difficult for him to take. And for him to just do nothing but spend it on the stupid border wall, which isn't even complete, and doesn't really stop anybody. It's just idiotic. But it just goes to show how idiotic the majority of my state is, the Lone Star State. And I hate saying that because, it's my state. I got a fucking 350 plus lineage here, a Chicano lineage here. And, oh my God, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, okay, so I'm running out of time. I see the clock running out of time. I want y'all to stay safe out there. We still have the Delta variant out there. Keep wearing your masks. Keep washing your hands. Keep staying socially distanced. And get the vax. If you got the vax like me, get the booster. I'm gonna already be looking for the booster as soon as I get it. Right now, it's just for Pfizer, Moderna. I heard it can be mixed. I still have to look into that. Who knows? I might get you the answer next week, next Monday. This Monday, November 8th, 2021. We'll catch you later. It's a whole variety of stuff that I tackled. Stay safe out there, okay? We'll catch you later. Can't wait to share with you common sense on common ground. You take care, all right?